it's Janelle and Ray again, and we're going to do a little gentle practice here on our mats, on our seats. So come on down if you're standing and find crisscross applesauce hands in your lap, or if this doesn't feel good for hips, you might be super tight in the hip flexors, you can have legs long. Just find your shoulders squared over your hips, and then go ahead and take your shoulders up by your ears. Give them a good squeeze and send them down the back. Maybe slightly pinch them back. Think tall through the crown of the head, and then maybe think of slightly sending the back of your head towards the back wall, and the chin is in line with the floor. So we tend to load our 10-pound bowling ball forward a lot all day, and we are losing that nice natural curvature in the cervical spine. So we're just trying to find that here and imprint that into our mind. So we're going to take our breath work today will be called box breath. And it's basically inhaling for a count of 4, holding at the top, full for 2, and then exhaling for 4, holding empty at the bottom for 2. So just find yourself tall, and we'll begin right now. Inhale, deep breath in, feel the belly expand, feel the ribs stretch, sip air all the way up into the collarbones, hold full for a count of 2. And then exhale. Good, draw the belly into the spine, get all the stale air out at the bottom, and then hold empty at the bottom for a count of 2. And begin again. Inhaling, count of 4. Hold at the top for 2. Exhale for a count of 4. And hold empty for a count of 2. And we're going to take 4 more rounds of this, so everybody's got a little different capacity, lung capacity, so we might not be in the same breathing rhythm. Just go ahead and find 4 rounds of this with your breath. And notice as you're coming into it, maybe you start to feel some tension release out of the face and the shoulders. Maybe the hips and the knees. Wherever you are at the bottom of that breath, go ahead and let that 4 count go, and just keep that nice deep breathing in and out here. We're going to begin by opening up the neck a little bit. So take a breath in, lengthen the spine a little more, and then allow that right ear to fall towards your right shoulder. And just kind of feel into that left trap here. Maybe a little wiggle with that left shoulder might feel good. If you want a little bit more here, you can maybe take the left fingertips down to the earth and spider them away from that left hip. You'll get a little different sensation in the stretch in that left shoulder. And if it feels okay for the neck here, you can take the right fingertips to the crown of the head and very, very mindfully and gently see if you can guide that right ear a little bit closer towards the right shoulder, only if that feels okay for your neck. Good. Nice deep breaths into the left shoulder and trap. Notice maybe a little ease come into there, those tight spots, with 1 more deep breath in. As you exhale, if you have the hand on the head, go ahead and release that down to the lap. And then take the left hand back to the lap and let the chin fall down to the sternum. Keep the shoulders down and behind. We're just allowing the weight of the head to fall forward, opening the back of the cervical spine. And you might notice now a difference between the left and the right side here from what we just stretched. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, roll that left ear towards the left shoulder and see what you encounter on this side. It might be a lot different. So we all hold a lot of tension in these tight spots, so be gentle. You can open this up more, taking the right fingertips to the earth, maybe spider them away. Maybe the other option of fingertips to the forehead, guiding that ear very gently down towards the left shoulder. And we breathe. Notice if you're leaning forward or back, while you're tall in the spine, it's just the head that's easing over towards the left. Nice breathing. 1 more inhale. Long, complete exhale. Good, go ahead and take the hands back to the lap and allow the chin to fall forward to the sternum one more time. And you can stay right here with the weight of the head doing all the work, or we can increase this one by taking the fingertips again to the back of the head, elbows out wide, and then very nice and easy, glide the chin towards the sternum. You'll feel the nice deep opening for the back of the neck. 2 deep breaths here. Nice. One more inhale. On the exhale, release the hands back down to the lap. And then inhale that head up nice and tall. And then maybe some wiggles or movements that might feel good to get in to those areas a little bit more. And then we're gonna work our way into the lower back and hips. So this one's Ray's favorite. Go ahead and take your palms down to your knees. Sit nice and tall. Breath in. Exhale, that right shoulder is gonna go towards the right knee. Keep the glutes attached to the mat. Feel that left lower quadrant of the back and hip open. As you exhale, reach the spine long forward, get some length, eventually making your way with the left shoulder towards the left knee, lower right quadrant of the back stretches, and then up. So we're just essentially making circles here. You can make these as big or as small as you need. If you have some back issues going on, you can take this one and just roll that rib cage around. That's a nice option if you need it. I like closing the eyes too as I roll through these, because you can really locate those areas that are releasing and tensing along the way. This is a beautiful way to just gently open the hips and the lower back when we're feeling tight. Go ahead and finish the last round on this side. And then we'll all meet nice and tall in center. Notice which leg you have in front. We're gonna switch that. So go ahead and take your hands behind you and see if you can get your thumbs to touch. So you're really reaching behind you far with these elbows and squeezing them together, opening the front of the chest, and then go ahead and plant your feet. And then you can just stay here and squeeze, or you might even start to lift your bum towards your heels a little bit more. Keep touching those thumbs together and you're gonna get a deeper stretch through the shoulders. Good, take 3 more deep breaths here. Good, 1 more inhale. Good, on the exhale, we're gonna slowly make our way back up and cross the opposite leg in the front this time. That might feel a little awkward. Good. So hands on the lap, deep breath in, lengthen. Exhale, take the left shoulder towards the left knee. Lengthen through center, right shoulder to right knee. And just take about 3 or 4 rounds as slow as you need to. You might find that as that lower back is starting to give, you'll come a little closer to your mat on each pass. Good. Take your time, go ahead and finish up the round on this side. Good. He would do these all day. And then we'll sit nice and tall. Take that right hand down to your right hip and inhale that left arm up. And then we're gonna start a little C curve towards the right. So you might stay right here, reaching long through the fingertips. You might start to bend into that right elbow a little bit. So keep that left glute attached to your mat. If that's starting to lift, then just back out a little bit. Think about rolling the heart up towards the ceiling, getting a little deeper opening for the front of the body. Deep breaths along the left side. 1 more inhale. Good. Exhale, slowly come all the way back up. Nice and tall in the spine. Plant that left palm. Inhale that right arm up. Exhale, take the journey over towards your left, spiraling the heart up to the ceiling. Maybe eye gaze can go up towards the hand. Keep the glutes evenly weighted as you can on the mat. Good. 1 more deep breath. Slowly start to inhale your way all the way back up through center. and hand will come down. Good. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale like you have a big beach ball you're trying to hand forward to somebody in front of you. Keep the length in the spine and make your way down towards the earth. So here, if the glutes are coming off the mat, just kind of back out a little bit. Eventually, as that lower back might start to give, you can bend to the forearms. Maybe eventually we can start to get the head down towards the mat, but we want to make sure that the glutes are attached here. Think about reaching the crown of the head forward so we keep that nice length in the spine. Good. Take one more big breath in. Exhale. And then on your inhale, slowly make your way all the way back up. Good. And then from here, go ahead and take that left leg and let it go up to the left corner of your mat. And we're going to bend this right knee and allow it to fall open towards the right. So the sole of our right foot is going to come to the inside of that left leg. And then we're going to take our shoulders and rotate them so we're aligned over that left foot. Fingertips on either side of the left leg. Inhale, lengthen the spine. And then exhale, keep flexion in that foot. You can have a bend behind that left knee and just start to take, like you have a light here on your heart and you're shining it on the top of your foot. So you have a nice flat spine. Good. Take your time, waking up that left hammy. And we can do a little trick here by taking your left quad and see if you can give it a big squeeze. So engage that left quad and make it as hard as you can for a big deep breath in. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then as you exhale, let that release and see if a little bit more space came in. You might be able to move into this a little deeper. We're rotating that right rib cage slightly down to the earth so the shoulders are even, and we're breathing. Two more deep breaths here. Beautiful. On your in-breath, stack that spine one vertebra at a time, coming up nice and tall. And then you're going to take this right knee, you're going to bend it and plant that right foot and straighten that left leg straight in front of you. So try to get that heel as close to the right glute as you can. We're going to twist. So take that left arm around that right shin. This right hand is going to come right to the base of the spine. That's your kickstand. So press into that right palm, lengthen, flexion is in that left foot, and then make your journey towards the right. So you might just stay right here. You might start to take the eye gaze over towards the right, or you might take the eye gaze back towards that right shoulder. Keep drawing this knee in towards the midline, and the crown of the head is nice and tall. So we're just breathing up and down the spine in this twist. Good. Take one more deep breath. If the head is looking back, inhale the chin forward first, and then unravel that whole spine. And then we'll take that on the other side. So the right foot's going to come up by the right corner of your mat, bend that left knee, and let that leg fall open to the side, sole of that left foot to the inside of the right leg. And then square those shoulders off, flexion in the foot, little bend behind the knee. If you need a deep bend, you can take it too. And if you're really tight, you can also pad up underneath that left knee. Big breath in. And then as you exhale, start your lean. Just feel into the side and see where you need to go. You don't have to get to the toes. It's not that you have to get here and then you're doing yoga. We're doing yoga if we're way up here. We're just breathing and we're feeling into the back of that hamstring, that calf, trying to keep the upper body nice and loose. Good. Maybe give that right quad a nice deep squeeze and hold it there. Hold it tight. And then release and see if a little bit more space came in that you can move into. And take 2 more deep breaths here. Really good breath. Beautiful. On your inhale, stack the spine 1 vertebra at a time. Coming up tall, and then we're going to take that left knee in towards the body, plant that left foot, nice and close. Straighten that right leg in front. Wrap that right arm around that left shin. Place that left hand right behind your back. And then press to get that lengthened spine first. Use that knee as leverage to twist towards your left. Eye gaze can be wherever it needs to be here. Just land it and breathe up and down that spine. If you're looking behind that left shoulder here, think length through the crown of the head. Think of drawing that left knee into the midline of the body, and you're trying to stand on that front wall with this right foot. Lots going on here in this twist. Twisting is really good for our lymphatic system. Good, one more inhale. Good, if you're looking behind, inhale the chin forward, and then let that spine unwind. Good. From here, we're gonna bring both knees together, nice and tight, and then allow them to fall open. This is called butterfly pose. So if you're here and you're super tight, you can stay here. You can also move those feet forward a little bit, and that will kind of alleviate that. If you want more of a stretch, try to get your heels back towards your glutes. And then just hold on to your toes here. Inhale, lengthen, shoulders down the back. And the exhale is just a little hinge forward. Keep drawing the shoulders down, crown the head forward, and we're leaning here. So if the elbows land on the insides of your thighs, you can use that to deepen the stretch by pressing the knees a little closer to the floor, and just breathe. Feel that nice release in the lower back. Good. Take 2 more breaths here. Good. One more inhale. Nice long exhale. And then we're going to inhale, come on up tall. Good. So getting into the hips here a little bit, coming down to our spine. So go ahead and scoot yourself down however you want to get there. Roll all the way down. Just for a moment here, draw your knees into your chest. And you can roll those knees in circles on the ceiling, or you can glide left to right on that lower back. Just let that release for a moment. Good. And then go ahead and keep that left knee in and drop your right foot down to your mat, knees bent. Good. Go ahead and take that left foot on top of your right thigh and keep flexion in this foot to keep the knee joint safe. So you have like a number 4 here with the legs. You can stay here. This might be a nice big hip opener for you. You can just press that left palm towards the inside of the leg, and you can find a little deeper stretch, or you can maybe rock. If you want to go a little bit deeper here, maybe take that right knee and draw it in towards your body. And then you can clasp your hands behind that thigh or the shin. Remember, keep flexion in that foot. Let the head and the shoulders relax down here, and breathe nice and deep. Most of us are sitting people, so we sit a lot during the day in chairs and trucks and cars, and these little spots in our hips never really get to see the light of day, so this is really good for our hips. You can also do this in a chair if you're at a desk. Take 1 more breath. Exhale, release that side. Good. Plant both feet. Knees are bent. Just take that in for a moment, maybe noticing the difference between the left and the right hip here. And remember, each side is going to be different, so try it on the other side. The right ankle on top of the left knee, flexion in the right foot. Maybe you stay here, maybe you press open. And if you feel you want to go deeper in this one, go ahead and take that option. Let the neck, head, and shoulders relax on the mat. Maybe a little rock. It'll allow you to really dig into some of those tight spots if that feels appropriate. Good. Take 1 more big deep breath in. Nice long exhale as we release that side. Good. Plant both feet. Take that in just for a moment. And then we're going to finish this off with a nice spinal twist on our backs. Draw both knees into your chest. And then you're going to wrap your right arm around your shins, And then goalposts are long with that left arm. So you want to keep that left shoulder on the earth. Let those stacked knees drop towards your right. Good. You can use this left hand to maybe start to draw that left knee a little closer towards the right knee. And the eye gaze can be towards that right hand if it feels okay for your neck, and you'll have a complete rotation in the spine from the crown of the head all the way down to your tail. Good. Oh, might even find a crack or pop. Good. 2 more breaths. Big inhale. Nice long exhale. Inhale that left knee up first. Let the right knee follow. Realign the spine and center for a moment. And we'll see how the other side feels. So go ahead and wrap that left arm around the shins. Goalpost to the right. And you want to keep the right shoulder head on the earth. Each side will be a little different here. Close the eyes, let the breath flow deep up and down the spine. It gets a little hard to let the air come deep into the lungs because we're constricting the diaphragm a little bit here, but do the best you can. Take one more big breath in. Nice long exhale. And then go ahead and inhale that right knee up first. Left knee follows in center. Good. Go ahead and find a happy baby here. We'll just lengthen the lower back for a moment before we come into our resting pose. So the knees come wide, the elbows come to the insides of the knees. You can grab onto your feet, your ankles. If none of that was working, you can just wrap your arms around your upper thighs. And then you can rock a little bit back and forth. Think about lengthening the tailbone towards the front of the room, relaxing the head and shoulders on the mat. You're trying to let the soles of the feet reach up to the ceiling as you draw the knees down towards the earth. Good. Take one more big breath. As you exhale, let that all go. Let the legs go long on the mat. Let the arms come down to your sides. Maybe allow the legs and the arms to be a little wide here. Take up some space on your mat. Maybe even press the back of the head into the mat to lift the shoulders and spread them wide. Let them settle back down. Soft gaze, or you can close the eyes. And allow the body to take on its natural breathing rhythm once again. Let all muscle contraction go here. And just relax. Welcome to this practice of iRest Yoga Nidra. So go ahead and find yourself in a comfortable position, whether that be seated or you may be lying down, maybe placing a pillow behind the head, maybe underneath the knees. And it might feel nice to cover yourself with a blanket, because as we lay in stillness for this practice, after a while the body tends to get quite cool, so it might feel good to have a blanket covering the body here. And know that you can move anytime during this practice, but the idea here is to come into a place of complete comfort and ease so that we can find some stillness and not feel the urge to have to move. So notice now as you settle into this space, if there's anything that you can do to perhaps make yourself 5 or 10% more comfortable than you already are. Any little wiggles or movements, readjusting. And then see if you can find that space of stillness here. Take a nice big deep breath in, fill the lungs full. And a nice long complete exhale. Give the body completely up into the surface that's supporting it. And then bring your attention here to the whole back side of the body, noting the weight of your body here as it rests and softens. And bring your attention now to the front side of your body. Maybe noting where you're covered by the blanket or your clothes, and how the clothes or the blanket feel where they touch the skin. Maybe noting the weight. And then notice maybe the areas here that are uncovered. You might even notice a slight, gentle breeze of air as it gently rolls across any exposed skin. And allow all of that tactile sensation to land on you here just as it is. There's nothing to change. There's nothing to fix. Allowing all of these sensations to be here just as they are. And from here, we'll begin to open our sense of hearing, noting any sounds in the space. You may notice sounds perhaps outside of your space. You may notice sounds outside the walls, perhaps street sounds, maybe sounds of nature. And notice how the ears like to reach out and try to figure out what that sound is. So here's an opportunity to allow thinking mind to begin to rest and allow the perception of sound to come to you just as it is. Sound gently traveling into the ears. Sound gently leaves the ears. We'll bring our attention to any flavors here that may be lingering in the mouth from whatever you last drank. Perhaps any smells in the nose. Maybe any hints of odors that may be in the room. Maybe from some food you may have prepared earlier. You may even pick up leftover scents of lotions or shampoos or soap that you may have used today on the skin. We'll open our sense of sight. So if the eyes are closed, maybe you begin to notice colors and shapes on the back of the eyelids. You may start to notice the images that are created here in the mind from our thoughts, our ideas, sensations, and sounds as they arise and fall in the mind. Again, allowing it all to be here just as it is. Nothing we need to fix or change. And this is a really nice space to perhaps set an intention for this practice. Your intention may just be how you would like to feel at the end, or perhaps you begin to feel in a little deeper and start to inquire into your heart's deepest purpose or mission in life. Again, if nothing arises here as you inquire, that's perfectly fine. Just be here in each moment with each breath. But if something has arose, perhaps, as your heart's deepest purpose or mission, notice. Maybe it's something that you need or want to bring into your life. It might be something you send out to someone who needs something. Or it could just be for the world around us in general. Just allow that heartfelt mission or intention to settle in here. And then we can set that aside. And here we'll begin to create an inner resource. So the inner resource is simply a place where you can bring to mind, where you're completely at peace and at ease. It can be any place at all. It could be a favorite place that you visited before. It could just be a memory that you have. Or it could be maybe with someone who you love and who loves you, that invites that feeling of peace and ease into the entire body and mind. And once you've chosen this space, we'll begin to open all of our senses into it. So have a look around in this inner resource of yours and see the sights that are here. Noting colors, any textures, and the objects that are here. Noticing whether you're inside, maybe outside. Noticing how it feels on the skin here. Is it warm? Or perhaps it's cool. If you're outside, maybe you feel the warmth of the sun on the skin. Maybe a cool breeze. And notice if you're peacefully by yourself here in this space. Or maybe you're with others here that love and support you for all that you are and everything that you are. Are there maybe smells and tastes in this space? Are there perhaps sounds that you recognize here? And then begin to weave all of these perceptions into this inner resource of yours so that you can fully step into it and feel what it's like to be here. Call this the felt sense when we take the thought from the mind and place it into the body as a felt sense. And you can choose to stay right here for the rest of the practice if you wish. There's no right or wrong way to do this. There's no right or wrong way to be here. Because ultimately there is no right or wrong way to be you. Otherwise, you can perhaps set that aside, knowing that that inner resource of peace and ease is always here for us whenever we need it. Now, allow my voice to become your voice as we begin to rotate our attention around the body. And you may decide to engage the areas of the body as this will be progressive relaxation. Or you can just bring the idea to that area of the body. Bring your attention into your mouth. Eyes are soft. And bring tension into the face, mouth, jaw, ears, nose, eyes, forehead, and scalp. Holding it for one more moment tight in the face, and then let it go completely. Maybe giving the jaw and the mouth a little wiggle, and then allow it to be still and experience all of the sensations that are here in the mouth, jaw, and face, allowing that sensation to unfold completely into your awareness. And then we'll begin to tighten the neck and the shoulders. The mouth, ears, and eyes are completely relaxed and still. Just bringing tension into the neck and shoulders. The mouth and eyes are at ease. Focusing just tension into the neck and shoulders and holding for one more moment. And then let it go completely. Perhaps a little wiggle of the neck and shoulders slightly. And then give the neck and shoulders completely up into the surface that they're resting on. Noting sensations that are present here. Notice sensations in the left arm, palm, and fingers. And slowly curl the fingers of the left hand into the palm, tightening the fist. Bring tension into the wrist, left forearm, elbow, bicep, and tricep. Building tension into the entire left arm, while the right arm is completely relaxed. The left arm completely full of tension for one more moment, and then let it go. Maybe a slight movement of the left arm and hand, and then allow it to become still and give it up into the surface that's supporting it. Being aware of any sensation here in the whole left arm. Mouth, ears, eyes, shoulders, and left arm completely at ease. Bring awareness of sensations in the right arm and hand. Begin to curl the fingers of the right hand into the palm, bringing tension into the wrist, right forearm, elbow, bicep, and tricep. The left arm is completely at ease, mouth full of sensation, and the right arm is completely in tension for one more moment, and then let it go completely. Experiencing where your attention is naturally drawn here to sensation in that whole right arm and hand. Both arms completely at ease and full of sensation. Mouth, ears, eyes, shoulders and arms completely at ease and full of sensation. And from here, begin to sense into the upper chest, middle abdomen, belly, and pelvis. And begin to tense the abdominal muscles in the belly, the middle chest, the upper chest, the entire front of the torso into full tension, the lower, middle, and upper back bringing into full tension, the entire torso, front and back, full of tension, while the mouth and eyes are completely soft and relaxed. Arms and hands at ease. Only the torso completely in tension for one more moment, and then let it go. Completely release. Give the entire torso completely up into the surface that it's resting on, and experience where your attention is naturally drawn to sensation throughout the whole torso. Now begin to draw your attention down towards the left leg, thigh, knee, foreleg and calf, ankle, foot, and toes. Tension creeping into the entire left leg. The entire left leg full of tension, while the mouth and the eyes are soft and at ease. The arms and the torso completely at rest. Only the left leg is completely full of tension for one more moment, and then let it release. Maybe a little shake left and right of that left leg, and completely give it up to the ground. Notice where your attention is naturally drawn by sensation in the whole left leg. We'll bring attention now into the right leg, thigh, knee, foreleg and calf, ankle, foot, and toes. tension creeping into the entire right leg, the entire right leg in tension, while the mouth and the eyes are soft and at ease, arms and torso at ease, while the right leg is completely full of tension for one more moment, and then let it go into the surface that it's resting on. And notice where your attention is naturally drawn by sensation in that whole right leg. Now sense both legs completely at ease and full of sensation. Mouth, ears, eyes, shoulders, and arms completely at ease and full of sensation. And from here, we begin to tense the entire body, starting with the feet, legs, pelvis, abdomen, chest, hands, arms, shoulders, neck, mouth, ears, eyes, and scalp. The entire body in tension. Keep scanning the body and inviting every muscle into tension, feeling the whole body in pure tension for one more moment, and then let it go. Give the entire body completely up to the ground, completely full of sensation in the mouth, the tongue, the ears, the ear canals, the outer architecture of the ears, nose, cheeks, eyes, pure sensation in the forehead, scalp, back of the head and neck, throat, shoulders, arms, hands and fingers, left and right, torso, front and back, pelvis, glutes, legs and feet. The entire body alive with sensation, the whole body resting and at ease. Now notice everything that is here within your awareness. All of the thoughts, all of the ideas, all of the images, sensations, and sounds as they arise and fall in the mind. And see if you can feel back into being the observer of all of that. Feeling back into that spacious, open awareness that's always here in stillness, observing, even as things come and go within our awareness. And be aware of the body breathing itself, the gentle rise and fall of the belly with breath, as the body is breathing itself. The gentle expanding and releasing with each breath. And from here, we'll begin to allow awareness to run up the front of the body on the in-breath, from toes to head. And on the exhale, allow awareness to travel down the back of the body, from head to heels. Inhaling up the front of the body, from toes to head. And exhaling down the back of the body, from head to heels. And for the next minute, we'll gently follow that circular current of energy as the body spontaneously breathes in and out. When you're ready, experience the whole body being breathed together. The whole body breathing itself. And notice how there's absolutely nothing you need to do here. The body knows exactly what to do. All you need to do is be present in each moment with each breath, allowing everything here to be just as it is. And from here, bring to mind a memory image of someone who you love and who loves you, that invites a feeling of joy and well-being into your body. Begin to allow that feeling of joy and well-being to emanate straight from the heart and expand out into every area of the body, into the face, into the arms and hands, filling the whole torso, legs and feet, the entire body and every cell in the body radiantly alive with this feeling of joy and well-being. And rest here, feeling your sense of wholeness and connectedness with yourself and all of life, allowing everything to be just as it is.